Hello and welcome to episode, well it's getting up there, it must be about 20ish of our Let's Roleplay Crusader Kings 2 as the Saadid Dynasty. We are the most powerful vassals of the Ummayads, as we have been for a while. I see the Saadid lands are the Kingdom of Aragon, Navarre, Galicia, a bit of Portugal, and actually almost half of the Kingdom of Aquitaine now. Maybe a third of the Kingdom of Aquitaine, a lot of the Kingdom of Aquitaine. We are currently playing as Sultan Khalil the Great, who is 39, Sultan of Aragon and Galicia, and he's a pretty good ruler. Not great in stats, but he's kind, proud, ambitious, diligent, stressed, which isn't so great, underhanded rogue, and he's missing a wife, so let's get another one of those. That's the first thing we can do. Princess of Hispania would actually be good. Charitable, kind, yeah, let's just marry her. Kind of the obvious choice, but it'll do. So last episode we gained the... oh, not that one. Nice it is. The Emirate of Gascony, which we don't actually quite hold all of. Dax is an independent Sheikdom. Well, not independent. Independent from us, but it's ruled directly by the Badshah. So we might actually just be able to talk to him. Oh, we're currently marrying people, or marrying one of his relations, but we might be able to ask him to just transfer that vassalage straight to us, which would make it very easy. Kind of long-term plans, we keep expanding at the expense of the Teutonic Knights here, but we've got a truce with them for a while, and even then our armies are just terrible and can't win anything. We've been relying on the Ummayads to expand, kill our enemies for us, or we just expand land. In the meantime, the Emir of Gallicia is being a dick, so we'll probably try and get rid of him in the first instance. Actually, is there a plot? Oh, revolt the Sheikdom of Angloueme. That would start a war with him. Let's do that plot. Actually, Sheikdom of Porto is Emir of Valencia. Okay, so we've started anyway. Oh, we can just arrest people. Emir of Gallicia, that would be something to do later, I think. We've got that marriage sorted, and we can just arrest the Emir of Gallicia. Would immediately start a war. It's probably actually the way to do it, and we've got no retinue. We've got a little bit of money. So let's get our camel warriors. At least 250 of them. I'll wait till they're in decent fighting order before we start civil wars. I just sent one of my people, my daughter is now being tutored by the guy I'm about to start a civil war with. I might be able to just ask the Badshah if he'll transfer that vassalage now. No, I don't want to transfer vassals to him. Okay, maybe I can't just ask him. The cook has prepared a fine meal, but the priest preached about temperance. Diligent, ambitious. Diligent seems to me that he'd go for the satisfy his hunger with bread and water, but he is kind of stressed, so splurging's probably going to happen. I kind of want to go with the splurging a bit. Well, he didn't gain the gluttonous trait anyway, so it didn't matter. What's this? Vassal inheritance. Sheikh Khalil of Denia, when he dies, it goes to the Emir of Murcia. Denia, where's that? It's down south here. We'll just have to try and take that back from the Mercians if they ever get it. Oh, what's happened here? Oh, the Ummayads are fighting a holy war for Toulouse. That's kind of bad, because that's the obvious... well, I already hold part of Toulouse. That's the obvious bit for me to expand into next, but I suppose I have to go to Bourbon or Auvergne. The lady almost ran me down as I entered the hall. Tearfully, she told me that my son, Abdul Wahab, had insulted her again. Since we are kind, we will tell him that honesty has its bounds. Oh well. I don't really want to go fight the Ummayyads. People of Bourdeaux have embraced Sunni Islam. I kind of assumed they always were. I think most of the Iberian Peninsula is. It's just the lands north of the Pyrenees that are a bit sketchy. Oh no, there's a few. Oh, there's even a pocket way down here. But yeah, of course these ones were held by Asturias for a long time, so it's not that surprising. Emir of Cordoba wants to change the Badsha. The Teutons are besieging my land, but hopefully the Ummayad will go and kill them for me. Should do. The Ummayyads have such massive armies. Nothing I really want to change. How are we doing for technology? We can get better siege equipment, which is always useful, especially since, you know, I've only increased the technology in Alperasan, but it spreads out to the neighbouring territories. Actually, I don't know, for a second I thought the neighbouring territories actually better than me, better than my capital. I had to break up a fight between my son Jibril and another child today. Jibril's heart is filled with envy. I'll talk to him about kindness, because I'm a kind person. Jibril is proud, and Abdul Wahab, the older brother, is charitable and brave. I think he's my heir, so that would make... No, it's not my heir, is the Wali of Chancelade, who has no traits other than being an underhanded rogue. Okay. Oh, we won the siege of Carcossone. The Ummayads defeated the Teutons for us. Vassal levies have been raised too long. I can press a ducal claim on Dax. Can't I? No, I can't just demand vassalization from him. Anybody creating decadence here? Nope, that's good. Hey, the religion's doing well. We hold all the holy sites. Urgal's become Andalusian. I think, oops, that's wrong. At some point, I'm probably gonna have to become Andalusian. There's just no Bedouins here for me to rule. But it just hasn't happened yet. Bedouin, I think most of my children are Bedouin, but there'll be a few Andalusians in there. So this plot, I haven't invited anybody, that's why it hasn't been going well. Lots of support. So the Emir of Gallicia is not all that powerful, mainly because, well, it won't actually give me that many troops, but that's mainly because the guy doesn't like me. Neither does the Emir of Navarra. So okay, I probably should do something about that. You're not a heretic, I am kind, so I will believe the best of you. So I'm going to send my guy here to Vizcaya, which I believe is the capital, and he'll try and improve relations with the Emir of Navarra. And I suppose I should try and revoke the Sheikdom of Angloueme. I don't know how you say that, but it's part of my lands. At least it should be. And then more it is. And I forgot we're fighting the Teutons. But for now, we'll just amass our armies and see how things go. I'm not surprised we lost that battle since our troops had no morale or organisation. 2,000 Galician troops up here, and I'm not going to have the numbers to contest them anytime soon. So we might as well move back to Dax just to give us a bit more time. Teutons are still chasing us down, and their Vikings appeared in the way. So, getting all my troops together is always such a pain because they're from so... You're all just so scattered apart. Oh, and I need a new something on my council. A new marshal, that would be very important at the moment. The Emir of Gascony. Yeah, well, you'd make a good marshal and you want the job. So you've risen quickly because you would have been nothing not that long ago. Okay, it looks like I've got enough troops here to defeat the Galicians nearby. I'll just move these guys. And so well, the Teutons are still actually probably the main threat here if those armies keep following us. Nope, they're not. So we'll just move everyone into Marsan. And we probably should wait for these Galician troops to arrive. Just I don't really want to have my army destroyed piecemeal like it might do here, since the Galicians have advanced down towards them. But hopefully we'll be able to mass our forces pretty quickly. Not in time to save that army, but we've got a 2-to-1 advantage here. And we're doing pretty right here. Every time my son Abdul Wahab meets a stranger, he looks like he might faint. I'll talk to him. We are kind and we are proud and we are diligent, so we won't do nothing. And talking to him seems like the way to go. Won that battle, which gave us a pretty huge boost in our war score. And it looks like they're advancing to Bern, so we'll try and defeat the Galicians here as well. My daughters became a scholarly theologian, so we'll marry her to the Emir of Bourdeaux. Is good enough. She's a bit older than him, but it's not too bad. I suppose in some kind and diligent, I probably should be checking his traits to see if they would make a decent match. But, well, apparently I'm just not that diligent and I'm also fighting a war. Just fight the second Galician army, then we'll move up north to besiege the place we're fighting over, Angloueme or whatever it is. The cook complained to me about my son Jabril's temper tantrums. Apparently he punched her son in the face again. I'm going to encourage him to be more patient. Oh, and he's become patient. That's good. Don't care about that. Something in foreign lands is happening. Not a huge boost to war score. Galician armies are basically destroyed. 59 soldiers there. And I've got 7,500 or so. Vikings? Maybe we'll swing past the Vikings before. Just see if we can't catch them and kill a few of them. Doesn't look like we will, but nah. Well, at least we forced them to leave. They managed to win a battle there, but it was kind of pointless. Like, I can afford to lose 30 soldiers, and they can't afford to lose the 20 they lost. Armies are almost there. Badshah Khalil II has issued a decree calling for the expulsion of all unlanded Jews from the entire realm, citing various grievances committed by them against the crown. Okay, probably once we win this siege, which looks like we're about a third of the way to winning, almost halfway actually, probably the war over. Take Angloueme, Perigord's still under the wrong ruler, but we can probably deal with that. Princess Saman, my next daughter. She's also a scholarly theologian. So let's see who we can marry her to. The Emir of Medina. He's kind, he's charitable. Wrath, deceitful, cynical. I don't know, kind, charitable, he's an Emir. I think it's good enough that she'd be happy with him. I don't really like the deceitful and wrath bit, but whatever. What's happening up here? Bourbon's occupied by Vasink of Vasink's host. Okay. I'm guessing Vasink is probably not Muslim, so they'll probably be changing hands soon. Europe doesn't actually look like it's changed that much. Kingdom of England there. No, that's pretty much how we left it. The Byzantines are doing pretty well. But West Francia, East Francia, Italy, Bavaria, Burgundy's kind of come apart. Poland's there and quite large. And everywhere else, not a lot's changed. I think the Kingdom of Perm might be new, but that's big, but fairly weak, because those lands aren't all that great to hold. I won the Siege of Jarnac. Not quite enough to win the war, though. Took 900 casualties in doing so as well. Oh well, this next one, Angloueme, should fall quickly. Well, I suppose I really have to wait for the ticking war score, don't I? Maybe I should actually assault this one. It will fall pretty quickly. Regardless, but I won't take very many casualties. No, we'll just leave it. Oh, okay. The Ummayads won that holy war, so they now own the Emirate of Toulouse. Which puts me into conflict with the Badshah, since I own part of the emirate that he holds. Well, it might do. Okay, won that siege, up to 96% in war score. So one more will do it. Sultan Khalil of Saadid, Sultan, your steward, has been killed by a mob of angry peasants while trying to collect the extra taxes I had ordered. That's very bad, but we can get a new one. Arif looks like he'd be the guy for the job. Well, he wants the job. And you can just go and collect taxes in Albarracin, the same as the last guy did. Hopefully with better results. Teutonic Knights must be very weak right now, down to 4 provinces, which means I could probably beat them on a war by myself. And oh, we just lost Arcorona to the Galicians, so that'll hurt the war score a bit, but not that much. There we go. Send our armies home. I'm assuming this guy's in prison now. Nope. I only took that one bit of land from him. And now we've got too many holdings. Oh, we've got a barony there as well as the bit. So let's just go find characters in my court who are men not in... Oh, there's very few men who aren't in prison here. So we'll give my steward one of them. Can have... Actually, let's just give you both. And I need a new steward now, but I thought I'd be able to... Hey, the Emir of Gallicia is by far the best steward we have. Although he does hate me, and he wants to be king of Gallicia. So it's probably not wise to give him more power. Nobody here really wants it, and they all look I mean, other than the Emir. We'll go for the Emir. He's clearly the best person for the job. Okay, a new plot. Revoke the Sheikdom of Porto. I wouldn't actually like that just because it's held by the wrong guy, but... Kill Rashid the Shadow, Sheikh of Granada. Don't know why I do that. The more I think about it, the more ridiculous it seems. A sultan having a rival so much beneath me, it seems a bit silly to hold him as my rival. Indeed, there is little point in this rivalry. I think that's what we'll choose, since we are kind and proud. So... Fabricate a plot on the Emirate of Toulouse. Huh. That would be interesting. Because I want Toulouse. Okay, let's do this. Hopefully I can... I'll gain a little bit of support there, but that won't be enough. Some of these people look bribable. And we're going to need a lot more support, so we might as well bribe this guy. Well, sorry, send him a gift. It seems that Garcia, the spy master of Emir Yafa of Janabid Emirate, has been sent to Albarracin to investigate rumours of a plot. Maybe he should be silenced before he finds out about my plot to fabricate a claim on the Emirate of Toulouse. Better not to risk it. Yeah, I think we'll say better not to risk it. We are kind of kind and proud. I think we'll just go with it for now. Oh no, my son's become decadent. Straighten up. My daughter is a skilled tactician. She is proud, just and invest. And her husband? This guy's proud, temperate, greedy. Sheikh of Toulouse is temperate, wrath, a twin. This guy's maimed, but cynical, just, temperate, cowardly, patient. I think you'll do well with this guy. My son understands that he is living life of haram and should be committed to changing his ways. Excellent. I need that so that my armies won't be absolutely terrible. Get more camel warrior retinue. And after that we can actually even get more. But we might hold on for a little bit to get more camel warriors. Since they are our special troop. So I did bribe that guy, but he doesn't seem to have come across. We'll better bribe this one. He already likes me a lot, so that probably won't do that much. Oh, nope, it's done enough. Okay, so we can start this war now. Or, sorry, we can fabricate this claim now and then start the war at any time we like. Fabricating the claim, 60% chance of it succeeding. Or we can try and bribe a few more people and get it up to a much better chance. We only need 20% more. So we'll bribe this guy. And Sheikh of Hamyan. Yeah, we'll send off a couple more bribes. Hopefully between the two of them they'll give us enough to get to 100% and a 90% chance of success. My dear first wife Alia has once again cornered you and is expressing her shame and embarrassment over the fact that your current heir is not a child of hers. She is pleading with you to grant more land to her precious boy Khalil, increasing his influence. No, he has not earned it. Probably should have given some land to one of my sons, but Khalil is my son, and I'm pretty sure he is my heir. What are you whinging about? He's the only one of my sons that holds land. Dangerous revolt has broken out in Bourdeaux. That is dangerous. 9,000 rebels. Many prominent Occitan landholders have raised an army of peasants trained and led by a corps of proper soldiers. Okay, we'll better deal with this quickly. The Ummayad will probably actually have enough troops to come and solve this for us. But if they don't, that'll be a problem. Okay, we'll send all those troops home, because they'll get caught by that army anyway and die. And just get everyone to meet up in Impuries. And I won't quite have enough troops to win that war. I'm fighting somewhere, fighting Vikings. Maybe they'll get some boats for a change. Well, I really should always use boats, since it'll just make this a lot quicker to get my armies together. Dropping everybody into their boats, and they can meet up in Porto. Actually, let's all go to Corona and defeat these Vikings. Betrothed can marry? Yes. Oh yeah, I think we'll be able to beat these Vikings, even coming off straight off our boats here. Yep. It's always good to defeat them. And then send them to the meeting place. Smallpox is in Navarra. Still in the 80.1, so obviously neither of them actually came around to my side. Oh no, you have. Invite to plot, yes. Sheikh of Dax, we'll send you a gift. 80.3 gold, that's a lot. But here's a sheikh. Oh, I'm at war with the Byzantine Empire. Byzantine Holy War for Tabriz. Tabriz is... Oh, so we're obviously allied with this, what's it called? Saadins as opposed to the Saadins. We're up to 92%. The Sheikh of Dax will hopefully come around and give us enough to get that up to 100. And by 100% I mean it'll give us a 90% chance of succeeding in this plot. Cool, so we'll fabricate a claim. And we've done it. Cost us a lot of money in bribes, but we got there. Oh, and that little bit was just us increasing our intrigue skills. Abdul Wahab says his peasants we have all mine to command like little slaves, right? I can say that's right, child, which doesn't seem all that right for me. Or then that's it, you're under curfew. I think we go, that's right, or that's it, you're under curfew. And Abdul Wahab has become wroth. Well, he'll probably make a good general someday. One of my beloved wives comes to the position of first wife and has been trying to elevate you, woo you into elevating their status. Status, nope. Alia is my first wife, now and forever. Okay, my troops on boats arrived very quickly. So we move everyone into Alto Aragon. A few more soldiers from here. Any more I can raise anywhere? Apparently there are. No in Corona, but I'll get boats for them. Actually, we'll get everyone into Navarra since that's where our boats are going. New court-of-arm. I suppose the Emir of Lugo. And there are actually people to convert up here. So you can go to Bourdeaux. move into Marsan. The 9,400 soldiers then will just advance straight on these rebels after I marry my daughter to somebody. Grey Eminence, very good diplomat. She's zealot, kind, temperate. And who here would be good for her to marry? Abdallah would be good since he's a genius, but he's also only 3 years old. Sheikh of Basra, he's also zealous, gregarious, brave. I think they'll do well there. Okay, 9,500 troops, we've got a slight numerical advantage. I think we've also got better troops. Maybe not, but it was pretty even. So hopefully our numbers will give us enough of an advantage. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're going to lose this one. Just losing quite badly on the centre and left. And we managed to lose everywhere, but we killed a lot of the rebels. And hopefully at some point the Ummayyads will show up and do something about this. Who are the Teutons fighting here? Evora. But where are the Ummayyads' armies? They've probably gone wandering around to fight the Byzantines. Don't see them. Well, there's 10,000. Oh, those are our allies there. Yeah, there's the 8,000 Umayyad troops. So that's what they're too busy doing. Well, the peasants are revolting. Which means that I might have to just deal with these peasants by myself. Might actually be best if I send all my troops home now and raise a second army. And we'll just get these troops, we'll march around to Toulouse and then into Navarra, just to save them a bit, and the nearby ones can just go straight to Navarra. Our boats can come over here to pick up the Galician ones from Bourdeaux. And the second army will... there's 7,000 more Castilian rebels here, which are also a pretty huge problem. But I think the second army will be about the right size to defeat the peasants here. My vassals still don't really like me much. I'm just calling out their troops far too often. Load these guys onto the boats, and the boats can go to Navarra. Lost the siege of Bourdeaux. It's not really that surprising, considering we don't have the numbers to defeat that army. I mean, it is a very large army. And it looks like, oh, they'll be about even numbers again. But it's just my armies will be replenishing over time. Well, actually, what's my marshal doing? Nothing. You should be training troops in Albarracin. I'm assuming that's where I get my... Actually, Carcossone is where I get most of my troops from. But we'll leave them in Albarracin for now. 6,200, so this next battle will be slightly outnumbered. But still not that bad, and we'll probably kill another few thousand of them, and then we can repeat. And we'll just gradually wear this rebel army down. We could also hire some mercenaries. Probably not necessary though. Yeah, we almost won this holy war against the Byzantines, which means that all my armies might come back fairly soon. Because we'll probably need them to defeat the... Actually, I suppose I actually want the Castilian Liberation Revolt to succeed so I can take that land in a holy war. Oh, and this time our army's being absolutely slaughtered. Well, we are outnumbered, so you kind of expect that. We only killed 700 or 800 of them, so maybe this plan's not that great an idea. Maybe we'll wait a little while this time to get some more troops. Or, you know, allow our levies to recover a bit. It started as an uneasiness around guests and strangers, then evolved into awkwardness and a strong feeling of discomfort. I don't see a person... Oh, I suppose you can be kind and shy, but he's diligent as well and proud. I think he's going to try and be more gregarious. And nothing came of it. Oh, he's no longer stressed though, so that's good. Wonder when that happened. Oh, there's an Ummayyad army popping up down the south here. Not a very large one though. And we can call that another 4,500 troops. So we'd still be outnumbered. Does that... The Emir of Gallicia hates me, won't give me many troops, but Navarre is starting to like me a bit more now, which is very good. So we might as well call out the troops again. This guy here, oh, not you. The Emir of Barcelona is just consistently giving me massive armies. So it's really good to have you on side. Whereas I'm not getting very much at all from this part of the world. Partly because this guy absolutely hates me, and there's obviously just recently been Vikings around here. Onto the boats. Okay, lost the siege of Khlail and Castellon, but reduce the size of their army slightly, although they are still outnumber us by a fair margin. Lots of Ummayyads around now though. Steward Emir Muzaffaradin has some interesting ideas on how to improve the economy. We'll adopt them. I mean, we don't like the guy, but hopefully we'd recognise when he has good ideas. Let's just move our army closer here. Is there a way to see what tactics are available for each flank? Because I probably should try tossing them around a bit, but I don't really want to. Oh cool, I'm leading my own troops into battle here. It's very good of me. Well, I could actually try and put all my camel cavalry on one side, which would help. I'd leave my centre a bit weak, but that's alright. Maybe we'll, now we'll just leave things as it is. And let's just send these guys north and see what they can do. I don't usually look at combat tactics, I usually just look at numbers, but mainly because, yeah, levies are a mixture of units, so it's very hard. But you can see here, volley does certain things, and volley harass is probably even better, especially if we've got lots of camel cavalry. In a generic skirmish tactic, well, these are the ones available to it. Generic skirmish, most likely. Charge on undefended flank would be very good, but we're losing very badly here. Their shield wall is defeating our generic skirmish. We're in the centre. It looks like our volley harass is defeating their shield wall, and our volley is defeating their shield wall. It looks like their shield wall is basically what they're going to keep doing for the whole time. Whereas our... going to be harassing them, at least in the skirmish phase. Which isn't actually going very well for us. What are we doing here? Still doing the volley harass. Whereas they're charging. Okay. And force back, advance, are probably ours. We're like they've got pretty good tactics available to them. But we're still doing alright in the centre. We're killing a lot of them and not taking very many losses, but we did lose eventually. Which means that we'll probably lose the battle here. And only one flank remaining, and that's gone. So we've lost, but we did actually inflict a lot of casualties in that one. So much so that next time we get our armies together, we might actually have a numerical advantage here. So I'll just start the process, but I think this might be the point to end the video. It's just getting, well, it's getting about time. Maybe I'll do one more attack. Or maybe I'll just get my forces together and see what happens. But this one, well, I feel this episode's been kind of an important one. We humbled the Emir of Gallicia, but we haven't really gained anything. But with our claim on the Duchy of Toulouse, that will actually give us a lot of, well, it's going to give us an obvious next step in our expansion. And once we have that, it'll probably be about time our truce with the Teutons have expired, so we could keep advancing north. Also, taking Dax into our side would be very useful. But the main threat now is actually going to be defeating these rebels, since we don't really want to defeat the Castilians here. But Aquitanian Liberation Revolt, we really don't want that to happen. We want them to remain, well, it's our lands, we want to keep holding them. I might just send this one soldier back, it can come along next time, it's not going to make too big a difference to our army this time around. And we don't actually have a very large army here, so it will still be fairly even in numbers, it looks like. Actually, when I say fairly even, probably the peasants will have a numerical advantage, but only by about 600 soldiers. Oh, and the Ummayads have arrived to finish them off. So we'll send our army to Marsan. I want the Ummayads to take as many casualties as possible here, since I don't want them to defeat the Castilians. But looks like our forces weren't needed. We'll move to again to finish off the rebels. And there we go. Crushed the Aquitanian peasants' revolt, thanks to the timely arrival of the Ummayads. And now we'll just let them deal with the Castilians. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.